We are Overlanding Adventures of America, and I'm Roy. And this is Carol. And this is our Jeep Radioactive. We would be grateful if you would subscribe, comment, and like. Hello folks, welcome to our journey. As we start part 2 of the Upper Peninsula, and we started hitting all the locations that we had marked on our map. We traveled for a month in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. If you've never been there, you need to definitely put it on your map of a destination to go. And here we hit another lighthouse. This lighthouse was locked up, but we were able to look around, then we hit the road. On to our next destination. As we were on our way to the next lighthouse, I was also looking for a campsite, and I found one within an arm's reach, right on Lake Superior, and less than 50 yards from the next lighthouse. Each lighthouse is unique in its own way, from the sizes to the height. And let me tell you, the UP trail system is quite an amazing system that connects off-road vehicle travel. Definitely a lot of work was put into this thought. As we left Shipwreck Museum, we headed to Valley Camp, which is a museum in a ship itself. Then from there, we went on to the Yooper Trap. And let me tell you, you can get caught up in all the craziness they have made there. Somebody had a lot of time on their hands to come up with all these contraptions, which were pretty darn cool to get to see. And the crazy part is they're all operational. Right here you will see we both got trapped by the Yoopers. And let me tell you, this big chainsaw, Big Gus, that's an actual working 454. As we made it to Pictured Rock National Lakeshore, you literally feel like you're sitting on the ocean and the breeze and the water flying up and hitting you. Unreal for a lake. We got up early that morning and had to continue on to catch our ride to Mackinac Island. Didn't want to be late for that. And let me tell you, they packed us in there like sardines. This bridge right here is one amazing bridge. When you're riding in a boat underneath it, gives you a whole new perspective of how something is made. As we started getting closer to Mackinac Island, you could start seeing the structures and the lighthouse out in the water. And you could also see the world's largest porch ever made. And Bob Seger also has a home on Mackinac Island as well. Only type of transportation on Mackinac Island are bicycles or horse and buggy. The only vehicles allowed on the island are fire trucks and ambulances. The police don't even have vehicles. They have to ride bicycles. This is the post office, city hall, and the police station and the fire department. And there's the world's largest porch, made out of wood. And this was the first church settled on the island. But all over the city, beautiful churches all restored. Absolutely stunning inside and out. And this is Fort Holmes, built in 1812 by the British. And we whooped them and took it. It sits at the highest point in Mackinac Island. This location is reconstructed of what they think it looked like. But nonetheless, still a pretty cool sight. And what you're looking at from here is Fort Mackinac. Sits just above the city. And this is a U.S. Post Cemetery, Fort Mackinac. And after we walked what felt like 10 miles, we decided to finally catch a ride in a wagon. We wrapped up our Mackinac Island visit and got back to mainland. We used this app called Roadside Attractions. It's how I found a few cool things. Kiss flew all the way to Cadillac, Michigan because the high school football coach loved him so much and it pumped up the team that he flew the band there and gave the whole town a free concert. Pretty cool place. As we continued east, we found a memorial dedicated to current soldiers that were protected by ghost soldiers. It was a pretty amazing place to be. There was also an eagle there carved out of a complete tree, all wood, complete beautiful structure, and painted to match just beautifully. As we continued on eastward, I found the gravesite of the man that created the 50 Star and the 51st Star flag for the United States of America. He did it as a competition in high school and actually won, and they picked his flag. This here is the designer of the flag with the 50 stars. He did it in 1959. As we made it to the Henry Ford Museum, some quite remarkable cars. This is Ronald Reagan's car, the car he was shot in. And this is the Lincoln John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. And this is Dwight Eisenhower's bubble top Lincoln. And this one's Franklin Roosevelt's Lincoln. Pretty sharp looking car. And this unique vehicle is Teddy Roosevelt's. He refused to ride in automobiles, so he rode the wagon. If you have never been to the Henry Ford Museum, it's definitely a place to put on your bucket list. All sorts of unique vehicles, all shapes and sizes. Some date back electric, back into the early 1900s. Pretty amazing. This was a fully electric delivery truck. And this one was probably my favorite, just because it's what we do. This car was all clay. It was a model for the one that they made out of it. The Ford GT 500. And this was actually Henry Ford's workbench. It was a pretty cool sight to see. And I did not know Ford designed airplanes either. In this next section of the museum, you will get to see a chair that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in, and you can still see the bloodstains on the chair. This is the bus that Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. It's a piece of history that all of us have a part of, for standing up for what we believe in. The Henry Ford Museum found it somewhere in Alabama and restored it to original condition. As Carol and I would like to thank y'all for watching this two-part series of the Upper Peninsula and the lower part of Michigan. We ask that you subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll see y'all down the trail on the next adventure. Y'all be safe.